Alright, it's a beautiful sunny Monday, and today's video is going to be about how to win bids in Toronto. So how to actually go ahead and win an offer despite there being numerous offers on the same property. How do you go about doing that and ensure you're at least part of the top 3 contenders for that property? First and foremost, you shouldn't go for a property that you can't afford. Okay, so let me give you an example. If a property in the Toronto market today is listed for $599, is it actually going to sell for $599? And the correct answer to that question is no, most likely not, because the practice that we're seeing in the market is that listing agents or agents that are selling properties are generally underpricing it. So in essence, it's essentially like a blind auction, okay? So the price is very arbitrary and it really might as well be $1. So you're reliant on your agent to act as an appropriate appraiser to give you an understanding of the market value and objective price point of that property might be. So the $599 property may actually be worth about $750 in today's market, and that's really where your mind should be at. So if you're not ready to pay around that mark for the property, you shouldn't even be competing at all. And why is that so important? Because let's say that particular property at $599 was going to get about let's say 7, 8 offers, maybe 9 offers, okay? And let's say you decide to place an offer and others like you who really can't get to the $750 mark place offers on that property as well. Well, instead of the 7, 8, or 9 offers, it'll probably get 10, 11, 12, maybe 15 offers. But in reality, of those 15 offers, maybe 5, 6 amongst them, your offer, are not really real offers because maybe you were only willing to go to $650. So what you've actually done is created a hyper aggressive market and allowed the buyers who are actually contending for that property to think that others are willing to pay that $750 mark, and perhaps that particular buyer will go to the $800 mark when in fact that property really was worth around $750 in the first place. So the first thing is, don't go for properties that you simply can't afford. The next thing is, don't be afraid when you actually can afford a property at a certain price point. Let's say you were willing to go to the $750. When you're at the 11th hour and you are asked by your agent, or you're given the indication that the property, you're very close, it's between yourself and another offer, maybe a third, don't be afraid to improve your offer by a margin that you're comfortable with. So I'm not suggesting you jump 100,000, but if you're around 740, 745, and you're being given some advice that maybe you should be going to 755, 760, etc. Realistically, if you're willing to go to the 740 mark anyway, then the 750, 755 is not a huge stretch, because on that 15,000 additional money, if you're putting 20% down, you're talking about 3,000 upfront cost, and the rest is being blended into a mortgage, which today's mortgages are amortized anywhere from 20 to 30 years. Therefore, it's really peanuts on the monthly mortgage expenses. So the first thing is, go for properties you can afford. And the second thing is, when you're actually there bidding on a property and you're at the 11th hour, don't be afraid to give it your all, because then if you have lost, you can look back and say, I tried my best, I put my best foot forward, and we didn't get it. But if you're just not willing to really bid at the 11th hour, then you really can't look back and say you tried your best, because whoever won the property is who really tried their best. So I hope this is useful. Those 2 rules really do help my buyers win in Toronto bidding wars and the market that we face today. Okay? If you have any questions, feel free to call me. Have a nice Monday sunny afternoon. Bye.